Well, guys, witnessed the devastation. We had a late frost the other night, and this was off the back of a 2 week period of spectacularly warm weather, actually unseasonably warm. And we got it down to, well, according to the thermometer here, -4, and that's inside the polytunnel. And yeah, so bit of a bummer. As you can see here, my Desert King, these figs, this one here, and there's a few more down there, certainly are not going to make it. Some of these are still looking okay, but quite disappointing. And my own fault completely. It just didn't, I wasn't paying attention to the weather forecast, and it didn't get down on time. So we have this makeshift, I don't know what you'd call it, frost protection, where I just basically used what I could. Now I do have some larger fleece blankets on order, like the ones like these, but what I intend to do is hang them from the ceiling so they can come down over the crops themselves, because some of the trees are getting quite tall. And yeah, I have to say I'm really disappointed about that. There's the thermometer are low of -4, so I've covered everything up. So some trees took hits and some didn't, and I thought it was interesting because, take for example this here, this is my Campaniere, and this did fine. Now none of the cardboard was around it the other night, and only like 2 feet away from it we have a Gris de Saint Jean, and you can see here just completely toasted. So it's probably varietal differences. Maybe this cannot handle as cold a temperature as your Campaniere. But lucky enough that held on. So some trees, most of them did fairly well. Smith did pretty good. Lampier Prater didn't. On my Ronde Bordeaux, some branches didn't fare too well, whereas others are fine. Now I'm not too bothered at the moment because it's still early days. And the trees will bounce back. I really don't want them getting hit by light frost after this. But for the likes of this here on my Ronde Bordeaux, we have a fig coming out already. I want to save that fig there. That's going to be a really early fig to get this year, and I want to protect that. And another reason I'm quite concerned about the light frost is this here. I'll just pull this off. So this is my Smith graft, and as you can see, it got hit hard. And you can see pretty much every leaf is desiccated or toasted. Now unfortunately last year we had a late frost in May, which I documented, and a lot of trees got hit pretty hard. Now May is when they're, trees are in full swing, so it's reasonably late in the season to be getting frost damage. But unfortunately what happened is that a lot of them, after the frost, they just didn't bounce back at all too well. And to give you an example, you can see some of these stems here, they're just short, stunted, poor growth. And take for example the year previous to that, we had all of this lovely, lush, healthy growth. Then the frost came in, and then we just got this, and they did not produce any figs. And I had about 4 or 5 trees that the same thing happened. They got hit with the frost and just lost all their vigor. Now thankfully we did have a branch come in later on last year with a bit more vigor, but unfortunately it's got hit by frost. So if this particular tree, or the Smith graft, doesn't do too well this year, I might actually just pull it out of the ground. I have another one there that did a lot better, but hopefully I will have a better setup soon, and I can actually just roll the fleeces over this, just in case. And just to show you the polytunnel, which is a balmy 10 degrees. Of course this is all fine, everything is well ahead of everything outside. Feels pretty warm in here. Black Madeira is putting out figs, loads of mulberries. Ideally I'd love to have a second cover over the entire polytunnel, but obviously not feasible. And then King White is doing absolutely spectacular. Look at all of those mulberries. It's going to be a bumper year for these if they hang on. But anyway, that's how she's looking at the moment. Hopefully I'll be better prepared next time. I certainly don't want to go through this again. Take it easy, folks.